This is a very different kind of film. Um, Having talked a lot about biopics this year, I wasn't expecting a film to present what is essentially a biopic, but also a true crime biopic, but not the kind you'd expect. Because it presents the life and experiences of a man who broke into stores by hiding in the roofs, and after escaping prison, ended up living inside a Toys R Us. And what's so strange about it is that he's a really charming, nice guy, and it is presented as his biopic. And I don't think I've seen a film like that before, or at least nothing comes to mind that has that strange sense of, oh, here is a criminal's story, but he's a nice guy. And he is, in regards to the fact that, Channing Tatum plays this charming guy who hits hard times, ends up going to prison because of the roof crimes, escapes, and then ends up meeting a woman. Well, initially staying in this Toys R Us, then meeting a woman and starting a relationship with her. I was living this strange, you can't even call it a double life, but this like almost espionage style, eating sugary treats from the store, living inside the store, whilst he's waiting to try, make a plan to get away from, the people who are trying to pursue him. And it's very unusual, but it's also quite endearing. And you think, oh, and I know there's this sort of history of American folk heroes, sort of a Bonnie and Clyde, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid type story where it's someone who is a criminal and has done bad things, but you also relate to them and you kind of get where they've gotten to where they are. And this film definitely leans into that in respect of this is just someone who you think, oh, I almost wish this guy would get away with it. And yeah, it's very strange because this guy is charming, and Channing Tatum, who I think is the kind of actor who doesn't always get the plaudits he deserves, because I think he can be, he can hit all the different types of films, from comedy to action to something more prestigious. And I think he plays this really nice guy who is just trying to get through this strange situation. And I think consequently, you do really relate to this guy. And I think that's what makes it kind of sweet. And he has really good chemistry with Kirsten Dunst. And I just think this is a very strange but also very watchable film. And there's not really much more to it other than that. I think it is such an unusual, true story that it's the kind of film that once you watch the film and you go, how much of that is true? And you look it up, you think, oh, a significant amount, and that is remarkable. And it would be kind of cool to see these strange but true crime stories if there are more like it.